Hey, fifth grade. Welcome to your first lesson for Pathway to Math, Introduction to Sixth Grade Math. So today we're going to look at integers and graphing. So remember you guys got this paper whenever you came to meet the teacher. This is what we're going to use in our notes. So I went ahead and cut it out, and it's not going to fit, so I just kind of folded it over. But it's just like a number line and a reminder of what integers are. And so we're going to write our notes, and then we're going to go over what our lesson is for today. So if you're doing your notebook, which I highly suggest you do it, if you are in Pathway 2, you probably should go ahead and start getting a notebook ready because it's probably going to be beneficial to you later. Here were the table of contents that you guys already did. And then today we're doing integers and graphing. So you can go ahead and add that to your notebook. So you can go ahead and pause if you want to go ahead and write these notes. I'm just going to go over them so you know what they mean. So the first one is our number line that includes integers. One thing I want you guys to notice is 0. Okay, 0. I'm just going to go right here. Super important. 0 is neither negative nor positive. So that's really important information that you need to know. Integers are positive whole numbers, right? So numbers greater than 0, positive whole numbers. Their opposites, we're going to talk about opposites later, and 0 are considered integers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up, keep going, are positive integers. And then 0 and below, those are negative integers. Now, one of the things that gets confusing, we're going to start doing absolute value. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about opposites as well. One of the things that will be beneficial to you is this number line. Several students have difficulty whenever we start adding and subtracting those integers. So keeping a number line here is going to help you guys whenever we get to that. So make sure you have this. If you don't have this, I would highly suggest, if you need one, just let me know and I can send one to you that you can have printed out, or you can create one. All right, so again, integers are positive whole numbers, their opposites, and 0. Negative integers are numbers that are less than 0, and they use this negative symbol. So for example, this is how I would write -3. The next one we have are positive integers. Now those are integers that are greater than 0. For example, you would just write 3. Sometimes you might see that people might write a +3. And you can technically you can do that, but we don't write this common, right? That's not really common. If it's 3, we know that it's a positive integer. Some of the things that we're going to be talking about, we're going to be generating integers based on a situation. And so you need to know some of these keywords. So if I know I'm going to be writing a negative integer, some keywords I might see when I'm reading a situation might be loss, below, withdraw, or take. So those are those keywords. If we start to see more keywords, we'll add to that. But for now, we're going to write that one down. The next thing we have are positive integer keywords. These are keywords that are going to help in a situation whenever we know that the integer is going to be positive. For example, gain, earn, positive, deposit, and above. So these are going to be those key vocabulary words that are going to tell you I'm probably going to create a positive number, a positive integer. So you heard me say generate an integer for the situation. This is just, again, we're using more vocabulary. We're starting to get into that upper level math. So when I'm generating an integer for the situation, that basically means what integer represents the situation that is given. So I'm going to generate an integer, or I'm going to write an integer that represents what I'm reading. So for example, number 1 says I have a 10-yard loss. Remember that word loss? Loss was located in the negative keyword. So I know that my integer is going to be a negative integer. So if I had a loss of 10 yards, I'm going to write that as -10. And that's it. The next situation says 4 inches of rain above normal. Above is one of those words that I found in the positive integer above. So that means I'm going to have an integer that is positive. So for example, the integer I'm going to generate is 4. And number 3, a $48 deposit. Deposit is another keyword used for positive integers. So when I deposit something or I'm putting something in my bank, I'm adding more to it, right? So my integer that I'm generating is 48. And that's it. So when you're doing your practice and you're generating integers, you're giving me the integer that represents the sentence or represents the situation given. Okay? Moving on. The second part of our lesson is locating integers on a number line. So we've looked at number lines. You guys got these number lines as well. If you are not very good at drawing, you can use these or you can draw your own. It's up to you. But we're going to be looking at how we can locate integers on a number line. Okay, so sets of integers can be located on a horizontal number line, right? This is horizontal. So if you want to write horizontal, okay, or vertical, this one right here is vertical. Okay, you can find those integers on a number line that's horizontal or vertical. Okay, so one of the ways we have sets of integers or we locate sets of integers, these brackets right here represent that I'm going to locate a set of integers. So anytime I see this or locate the set of integers, in here I'm going to locate -1, -4, 1, and 2. I'm going to locate those on a number line. So I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. Okay. So I want to locate these integers on this number line. So I went ahead and wrote my numbers down. So I'm looking for -1. Well, one of the things that we want to make sure that we do when we're locating these integers is as soon as I find -1, I'm going to go here, there's 0, there's -1, and I'm going to put a big old circle, closed circle. Okay, now that's really, really, really important because at the end of this chapter, we're going to be graphing. Okay, so this is one of the things I want to make sure that you guys pick up on. The next integer we're going to locate is -4. -4, located there. The next integer is going to be a +1 here, and the next one is a +2. So you have just completed that assignment, locating these sets of integers on a number line. Now, we're going to do the same thing here. One of the things I want you guys to really look at is look at the commas here. Those are going to separate those integers, okay? So the only difference here is now we have a vertical number line. So we're going to look at -6, -2, 0, and 2. So I'm going to have to create a number line that makes sure that I fit all of these integers in, okay? So since I'm going to be negative, I know negative, I'm going to look here. So if I go up, I know I'm going up, positive. If I go down or below, I can always think of like sea level, like the water or the ocean level. The further down I go, the deeper into the water. So negative is going to be located down. Positive integers are going to be up, right? So if I have -6, I'm going to write here, I'm going to make this one -6. I'm going to make this -5, -4, -3, -2, -1. There's 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so I'm going to locate these integers. So I have -6 is located here. -2, 0. Remember, 0 is neither negative nor positive. And then I have 2. So you have just located these numbers on a number line. This is going to also help us whenever we start putting these numbers in order from least to greatest, because once we graph them, now I can tell which one is the smallest, and which one is the greatest number. So this is another tool that will help me put these numbers in order from least to greatest or greatest to least. And that is all you were doing for today. So you're going to practice these today.